What is up there, guys? This is Cobrak, and since Destro got itself the damage buffs in the old hot fix, it was like an 11% damage buff to Chaos Bolt, 11% damage buff to Incinerate. Shadow Bend was actually untouched. Gonna try out the damage changes with a more Chaos Bolt centric spec. We've picked up Mortal Coil, and we're going for Wreak Havoc here as well. Maybe Soul Conduit's just better for tunneling single target Chaos Bolts. I'm not quite sure. Let's get into the clips. It's gonna be a mix of commentary and just clips with music, and let's see how we fare. Oh, great. What a lovely first battleground to join. I also want to point out that I'm trying out Initiation here. That's something that I forgot to mention there really quick in the PvP talents. Critical chance of your damaging abilities and attacks is increased by 30% on targets above 80% health. And I'm not sure if this actually does scale Chaos Bolt's damage. As in just increases damage by 30%. Because of course Chaos Bolt's damage does increase the more crit you have. But I'm not sure if Initiation actually counts towards that. We'll see if it makes any kind of difference. Alright, come on then, Joe. You're the test dummy. Joe, keep still. Fuck you. And thus the problem with the Chaos Bolt spec. Displayed perfectly in the very first clip. Yeah. Well, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay, well, let's try this. Double bolts of chaos. They both drink it and we lost the game. Double stun, though. Fuck, it's just not enough. Run away. Okay, man, we got some rifts up on the rogue. Stop right there. Kill. He cloaked our one true weakness. Shitting balls, man. Nice, they fell off. Juke kick. Yes, it totally worked. Am I being healed? Oh man, why'd you go heal me? Why are you mind controlling him? Let me kill him. Alright, so my main goal with this video is just to see whether or not we can actually feel the changes, right? It's whether or not we can feel the changes. You guys notice a damage increase yet? Because the thing is, something I forgot to mention in the intro, is that even though Chaos Bolt only got a 11% damage buff on the surface, it's actually a bit more than that. Because you gotta consider that Firestone essentially doubles Chaos Bolt's damage. Therefore, a 10%, or like an 11% damage buff, it actually works out to something close to like, it's like an 18% damage buff because 100% crit on top of our current crit. Blah, 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 blah. It's bigger than it seems is what I'm getting at, so just bear that in mind as we go ahead. Okay, no more. We can take on this guy. We can take on this guy here. Alright, man, here it goes. Here it goes. Reflect the Hodge, hopefully. Hodge me, for fuck's sake, dude. I want you. Yes, there we go, man. Ugh. Fuck, what am I doing, man? I don't have any soul shards. Okay, let's just force the shit. Let's force the shit right now. Oh, man, we're being healed. You're ruining it. Ugh. Well, man, we got him. Fuck. 2 death coils isn't enough. Blah, 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 blah. Such mobility, blah. It's not a bad little play sequence there, Stables. Not too... Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's go. Still wasn't any really good examples of just, like, single Chaos Bolts there, I think. I mean, you can hit over, you know, 500k with these Chaos Bolts now, it seems. Pretty good, but I want, like, a really nice, clean example of it, you know, like Firestone, Dark Soul. Line it up all just nice. See if any allies come by here, man. We can just sneak ourselves. A little 1v1, maybe. See if we can reflect his Hodge here. Popping everything, man. Oh, he hodged himself. Sick. Okay, big kill spot, maybe? 420k. Is that big enough? I'm not wholly convinced. Netherwater's proving awesome, alright? Look at that reflection on that Hodge. Muh. Okay, that was around a 295k. Without any cooldowns at all, there. That's pretty good. I'm not convinced, though, that initiation is actually functioning. That's actually doing anything. Okay, this should be a good test of Chaos Bolt damage. 400k? 400k? That's it? Oh my god. Okay, based on that example, I think I got really, really low mastery rolls there. Because I did have Dark Soul up and Firestone, and, you know, if initiation was working, it was definitely proccing there, because in the first Chaos Bolt, he was definitely above 80% health. That still wasn't enough damage, man. So I'm gauging at this point. After a bit of testing, this is like our third battleground, it seems like initiation, it should be providing like a 30% damage increase. Either I'm just rolling consistently extremely, extremely low on my mastery rolls, or initiation is just not impacting Chaos Bolt at all, which is a strange interaction. I was quite sure this would actually lead to a huge damage boost as long as the target is above 80% health, but there you go. Alright, fuck it, review time. What did you guys think? What did you guys think? 11% damage to Incinerate, 11% to Chaos Bolt. Did it do enough? Did that seem strong? I mean, I've got to admit, there's going to be some clips that I just thrown out because I tried to get a good Chaos Bolt crit and I was just locked down for like the entire duration of a Firestone, for example, which is basically essential to use when casting these Chaos Bolts, because it basically increases the damage by like 80%, almost doubling the damage, you know, so Firestone's sort of essential to pop during this, and if you're locked down for those 7 seconds, Chaos Bolt becomes not worth casting all over again. Shit sort of fucking sucks. I don't know, I didn't feel like it was enough. I mean, with Dark Soul and with Firestone, we were critting anywhere between, like, I think it was lows of 420k and highs of around 550-ish. Maybe I just didn't roll that well on the mastery and the clips and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think like a standard damage you could expect to do is around 500k, right? That's still like 4.5 Chaos Bolts to kill somebody. And while that's actually okay, the main problem with the Chaos Bolt spec still remains, and it sort of nullifies these buffs, right? Because the Chaos Bolt spec just isn't... It just doesn't work right now, okay? It's a little bit World of Melee crafty at the moment, right? In WoW PvP. The amount of clips I've thrown out that just didn't fucking appear in this video are pretty real. They're pretty real. I mean, the fact of the matter is, even if Chaos Bolt's damage was buffed by like 30% in this patch, and you could crit like 700k's with this thing, with all your cooldowns up, you know, like big 700k crits, you'd still be at a point where if you just get trained by, you know, 1 or 2 melees, you're really, really going to struggle to get those Chaos Bolts off, especially when the Chaos Bolt's only worth fucking casting during Firestone. That's the biggest point, right? That's the biggest thing. Chaos Bolt right now in PvP relies entirely on being cast during a Firestone. You lock down during that Firestone, the Chaos Bolt just isn't fucking worth casting. And then it feels like, you know, while Firestone is on cooldown, the Incinerate damage, the Conflagrate damage, and without having Shadow Burn, because you have to go Backdraft, if you're going to go a Chaos Bolt spec as well, without having Shadow Burn, you just don't have enough. Your sustained damage just goes to shit, man, as soon as Chaos Bolt, as soon as you haven't got Firestone to use alongside Chaos Bolt. And I think that that's actually the main problem. I think that's even a bigger problem than Chaos Bolt's damage, all in all. Because you gotta think, man, in things like expansions like Wrath of Lich King, Cataclysm, Chaos Bolt was not a huge powerhouse of a spell, right? I think in both those expansions it did a little bit more damage than Incinerate. I think it did like a 20 or 30% more damage than Incinerate. It was a little bit quicker cast time if you cast it with Backdraft up. And it was just fine then. Sure, man, it pierced Absorb shields and stuff like that, but I think that's just forgetting that completely. Let's just focus on the damage, you know? The spell was just fine. It worked just fine. Why did it work just fine? I'm pretty sure it's because we just had a lot more CC. We had things like baseline Demonic Circle. We had Shadow Flame. We had Shadow Fury. We even had like Shadow Fury and Howl of Terror. Actually, like the cast time Howl of Terror. We had a lot more tools. Fell Flame. We had a lot more fucking tools to actually do like sustained damage. And it wasn't just relying completely on Chaos Bolt to do all the damage. Now if you go Chaos Bolt spec, you're literally just relying on Firestone and Chaos Bolt to do all the damage. And you don't have any utility or any really sustained damage to carry you through if the big Firestone Chaos Bolt combos doesn't, you know, score a kill or just put you so far ahead that you end up winning the fight anyway. So, I don't know, a little bit sad that I can't really feel the buffs. It definitely makes the spec more viable. And I can't help but feel like we're just not going to see a Chaos Bolt spec until next expansion, literally. I really can't see it now. Because like I say, Blizzard will not buff the damage anymore in PvP. Because if they buff the damage by, say, even just like another 10 or 15%, with the high like you get like a couple of high mastery rolls, and you could be critting like, you know, like 2 back-to-back Chaos Bolts only takes like 2 or 3 seconds to get off, like 2 Chaos Bolts with Backdraft. If they both crit like 700k and upwards, then it's broken. Then it's ridiculous. Then you're just one-shotting people in 3v3 arena as soon as they're not looking at you, you know? And that's just stupid. So that I don't think they're going to buff Chaos Bolt damage anymore. I think that we just need more utility and more CC, which I don't think is going to happen in the next expansion. So I don't mean this to like come across as negative or anything. I just want to be fucking honest about it. I think that videos like this sometimes run the risk of coming across as whiny or lol, he just wants his class to be buffed and all that kind of shit. I'm happy to spam out the Shadow Burns right now, you know. Well, I'm not really, but I'm just content, alright? I'm not even furious. Relax, everybody. But for now, gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna catch all of you guys just a tad bit later. Remember, you can support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and checking out our Patreon page, which is always linked below in the description. So cheers again, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. I don't have any kick, man. Yeah!